I can't tell you certain things that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how to quit certain things that I don't understand. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you this, and all I can tell you is my brother and my sisters, that a lot of people go through a lot because of death. And it's a disease right here. Or come in the community, you see people drinking because a person they lost their life. And it's like you can't deal with that issue where that growth is not there for them, you know? And sometimes when I take my time and walk, I'm on a schedule, but when I take my time and walk, I'm telling you the truth about yourself and how your life is and how it maintains you. But it depends on how you do certain things and how you manifest your own life, you know? I'll be back to finish up the message in a minute. I'm back. As you can see, I lost weight. My belly's not that big though. Yeah. I ain't say I ain't gaining the weight though, right? Yeah. I'm on Bleecker Street now. Confidential. So like I said in my other videos, like I cannot control a person because they're going through situations. I used to be just like the guy have big belly like that. My belly used to be big in my shirts. Look at it now. Yeah. That's how my belly was big, you know. Where this sweater couldn't fit me. Look at it now. It fit me now. This is a 1X and it still fit me. Alright, right? So like I said, I cannot control people's minds. They gotta know how to control their own mind. You know? Going through the same pattern. You lose a loved one because of drinking. You lose a loved one because of smoking. It's a disease. It's a disease that you can't quit. And then you quit, and then your mind tell you to go drink again and go smoke. You feel me? That's what I tell you, you know? So like I said, you know, we're not going to communities and go like I told people I'm not coming to the communities to say how it is because I feel the same way that you feel. But I'm coming to the community to tell you my truth about what certain things are. You feel what I'm saying? But my truth is this. If I could go on a levelized thought and say what I could believe and what I could achieve in certain things and shit like that, I ain't gonna say how it is in the community. If I build certain shit like that, I can't. This is where I'm gonna tell you. This is where you end up. You see that funeral home right there? When you drink too much and you smoke, this is where you end up. In a coffin right here. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to end up. You don't want your family to see you buried here right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know. So you cannot live by the levels of your life. You gotta understand where a person could purpose their life and how their life is. You know, one thing I learned about this job is that you gotta respect the people's community. And you live in a community and you wanna advocate for your community, you could do that. But as far as like coming into the community and sharing your truth, that's different. And I'm like, I could say things that I could say. I could say things that I could regret. But I'm not going to mess up my life for nobody because certain things not gonna have you and not gonna get the angle of what it is that you're fighting for. Sometimes you need to fight for something that you love and not fighting against something that you don't love. And the one thing I'm gonna say this one more time. You need to stop fighting for things that you don't love and start fighting for things that you do love. You know what I'm saying? But if you love let me say this. When you love somebody in a relationship and you want to fight for this person and you think the person needs help, you cannot save everyone. And I tell people you cannot save everyone that needs help. You gotta save one person. If you feel like your mind is telling you to save everybody, that's you. But me, if my mind say to save one person, I'm gonna save one person. But if my mind tell me certain things that I don't know, then I don't know, right? But with me, I'm gonna be like, if I could change one thing in this world, what it would be? I can't change the world if I can't change. Listen, let me say that one more time because I want to go back to that what I just said in my early video. I cannot change the world because the people can't. The people have to change for themselves. I can't change you. You gotta change yourself and how to respect yourself. And if you come in the community and you say, all right, I'm gonna respect a person, I'm gonna respect you, but you don't disrespect a person. It doesn't matter if they're male or female. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, in a world where we at, I can't go to a place in my life and say, okay, I'm gonna disrespect a person because the person gender's not good. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be like, how can I feel? How the person may feel and how they will act. You see how I changed my life and I'm eating a lighter, healthy meal right there? You know what I'm saying? I can't go back to going to 264 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is I'm not gonna, I tell my aunt Latoya I felt this way for years and I forgot to express it to her. I can't go back to 264 pounds. I said, I felt like my battle rhythm is changing because my situation is not getting better. But if my battle rhythm doesn't change and shit, then how I'm gonna make it through the world where people look at you like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? How the world where we live in and how people fight, listen, how the world we live in, how people fight the world because we live in a world that is full of negativity. But how we could get that negativity out because you can't put your head in, you can't put your head where your mouth is. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're letting people control your mind and what your mind is telling you to do. You feel me? But you're not making your heart think differently and think clear what you want to say and what you want to do with your life. Right? But nah, it's not all about that though. Because the wellness talk is, how would you feel if a person tell you one thing and then you flip it into the next situation? So if I flip it, I'm not gonna flip it one time. I'm gonna flip it the other day, you know? But my ecosystem is, I can't fuck up life if I can't, listen, I can't fuck up a person's life if you mess it up yourself. Listen, I'm gonna say that one more time. I can't fuck up your life if you mess up your life yourself. The only person that's gonna fuck up your life is you because you end up making the wrong decision in your life that you can't change. That's what I'm saying? But the only way